Hey people, with Thanksgiving a couple of days away, I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to do kind of like a story time thing um, about my mother and why I'm so thankful that she's in my life. Because she literally saved my life. Literally. So, without any delay, let's talk about it. Hey people, welcome to a storytime edition of Let's Talk About It. The story I'm going to share with you uh, is about my birth. 53 years ago in Trinidad and Tobago. And no, I wasn't born in two places at the same time. Trinidad and Tobago is one island. I was born on September 29th, 1967, to my mother and father. To hear my mother tell it, she had a pretty normal pregnancy. Even though in those days they didn't have as much information as they do now about birth defects and how certain things like folic acid and other vitamins and minerals would help prevent birth defects. Remember, it's the 60s. So anyhow, I was born September 29th, 1967. I believe my mom told me I was born around 9 o'clock that night. And like I said, she had a pretty normal pregnancy. Didn't notice any complications. On the day that her water broke, there was no time to take me to the hospital. I was born in a nursing home. Yeah, I was born among nuns and priests. A heathen like me, right? Anyway, when I was born, something didn't seem right to the doctors. The amniotic fluid was brown and bloodied. And the doctors knew right away that there was something wrong with this birth. So when they pulled me out, that's when they found out that my spine hadn't developed as much as it should have compared to a normal birth. When you're born, a normal pregnancy, your spine, your spinal column is intact and it's inside. Because mine wasn't. The fluid, the spinal sac itself was on the outside of my back, and it was deformed. I later found out, my parents later found out that I had a condition called spina bifida, and in my earlier videos, I went over the three forms of spina bifida, and I had the worst kind of spina bifida, which affected my my back and my legs. And they later found out that I wouldn't be able to walk as a regular, normal person would. As a matter of fact, the doctor told my mom and my father that I wouldn't live, and if I did live, I'd be an old man. But again, in those days, in the 60s, they didn't see it, especially in an island like Trinidad. So anyhow, I was born in a nursing home, and funny thing happened. The night before my birth, my one of the nuns came to my mother and said, can I name your son? And my mom was like, okay, what are you going to name him? And the nun said that she was going to name me Michael, after the Archangel Michael. Now, if you know anything about, you know, saints in Catholicism, I think even in Islam, Michael was a warrior, and he also sat at the table with Jesus, and he was a warrior. Now, again, my birthday is September 29th, and Saint Michael, the Archangel Michael, he was canonized on September 29th. So I was born on St. Michael's Day, which gives me all the more reason to realize that there's a purpose why I'm here. You move forward, and I only stayed in Trinidad until I was 2. But again, when I was born, my mom looked at me, and she's always told me this. She said that a lot of people shun kids like me in Trinidad, you know, deformed kids, although my legs look pretty good, you know. When I was born, my legs were clubbed, so I used to walk on my ankles. And a lot of kids in Trinidad who were born that way, or couldn't walk at all, or who had mental challenges, they were hidden away. And my mother refused to hide me. She refused. There were many people who told my mom, why don't you put a blanket over his legs? His legs are ugly, his legs are deformed. Do you really want people to laugh at him? You know, my mom said, that's my child. I'm proud of my child. There's nothing wrong with him. So I am not putting a blanket on him. I am not going to lock him away. I am not going to shun him. So that was that. My first operation was when I was a couple of days old. And in all, I've had 19 operations. The first one when I was a couple of days old, and the remaining operations as I went on until my teens. You name it, I've had operations on my legs, my back, my hips, and I also have a condition called hydrocephalus, where the water on your brain, you collect too much water on your brain. And my brain doesn't have the wherewithal to drain that body all the way down where it's supposed to go. So they put what they call a shunt, which is a tube about yay long, and it goes from here all the way down into my stomach, and it releases into my bladder. Through it all, my mom was there. She never left my side. Never left my side. Yeah, never left my side. I mean, my dad was there too. But my dad, I guess my dad was trying to play the strong one. So he really didn't show that much of emotion. My mom was the one who was there through it all. She held my hand literally and figuratively through it all. And she whooped my behind like a normal child, like a normal kid, because I did test my mother when I was growing up. As I mentioned before, I'm one of 6. I'm the second, God, wait a minute, 1, 2, I'm the 4th oldest of 6 boys, okay? All my other brothers are quote-unquote normal, and I wanted to hang with them, you know, especially my little brother who I'm close to, you know. He was my protector growing up. If anybody looked at me funny, man, he was ready to throw down. You know, matter of fact, I think he still is. He thinks he's older and he's 5 years younger than me. But anyhow, um, I tested my mother. I tested my parents because I had to find my own way. I had to find my niche. You know, again, my brothers were doing their own thing, so I had to do what they did. You know, and I got my behind whooped for it. I fell down many times on my crutches. You know, matter of fact, I fell a couple of days ago, but that's another story for another video. And through it all, my mom was right there beside me, um, ready to give me a helping hand, or you know, or that look, get up. There ain't nothing wrong with you. Get up. And that's motivated me. That's really, really motivated me. Because when you look at it, she saved my life, literally and figuratively. So that's what I'm thankful for this holiday, this Thanksgiving. Yesterday was her birthday. She turned 89. And she is the backbone of this family. She's my backbone. So even though we're celebrating Thanksgiving a little differently this year because of COVID, that does not mean we cannot be thankful. Thankful for that one person in your life that made a difference. Thankful for that one person in your life that keeps you going and motivated. And for me, that's my mom. That's my mom. She's affectionately known as Momma J. And I love her to death. Yeah. Anyhow, what are you thankful for? Who are you thankful for? Let me know in the comments if you like this video. I hope you will. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please turn on the notifications so you'll know exactly when I drop another video. And I want to thank all my new subscribers. I wish you nothing but peace and love this holiday season. And until the next time, I'm Short Trini. Thank you for tuning in. Let's talk about it. Peace.